we're in the run-up area, runway 30 Long Beach. Gonna do a run-up, so parking brake is set, brakes are applied, and coming up full mixture, full props, power coming up to 18 inches, 1800 RPM on the, there we go, about 1800 RPM. Go back. There we are. 1800 RPM, pretty close. 1810, 1820, that's close enough. Okay, left engine first, it's 1820, and going for the left magneto. There's an RPM drop, 1790, 1780, back up, 1810, right magneto, 1790, 1780, and back on, left engine, left magneto. There's our drop, 1790, 1780, back on, RPM comes back up, and right 17, right magneto, right engine, 1780, back up. So that checks the magnetos. I'm going to just do the alternators. The right alternator low voltage is right there, so it's showing up, and the load shows to 0. Right alternator back on, and left alternator, load goes to 0, left alternator goes there, alternator back on, load comes back, and everything looks good. So there's our run up, and props come on the left one. There we go, and a drop on the left one. Normally we do 3 of them. You get an oil pressure drop also. Here comes another one. There's a drop, oil pressure drop, RPM drop, back up, and then on the right side, RPM drop, oil pressure drop, and you do it 3 times to get some warm oil into the hub. There we are, and one more. So that's our main run up right there. All good. Flaps coming down. You can see the load picked up right there when you put the flaps for the electric motor. And flaps are now for approach, which is also takeoff. Alright, back to idle check. Make sure our idle's okay. These idle a little bit low, so the oil pressure will come up, the caution will come up sometimes. And there we are, oil pressure, back up. Okay, so we got the run-up is complete, and everything looks good. I'm going to put a crosswind takeoff on this, runway 30. So let's get the weather over here, and wind. It's a clear day, but we're going to have some wind from the surface up to 1,000 feet. Direction is going to be, let's do a left wind on 300. 90 degree is 210, so I'll put winds 210, and there we are, doing it on the instructor station. 210 degrees and no gusts, so I'm just going to put a 20 knot wind. So 20 knots, 210. Actually this has a less limitation, so let me put 15 knots. 15 knot wind, crosswind. Apply the selected wind. There we are. And so now we got a left crosswind for takeoff. I think I've already done this before, but we'll show you once again. Power coming up. Long Beach Tower, Barron, whatever we are. Barron 302 Sierra Foxtrot, ready for departure. Barron 2030 Foxtrot, clear for takeoff, runway 30. Left turn when able, and that's what we'll do. Okay, runway 30, is verified. Compass coming to 30. Heading should be 30. There we are. Heading checks, compass checks. Come up with the engines. Got 2 good engines. Release the brakes, full power. And there's the wind. Easy there. Okay, get myself back over here. A little bit of left aileron. Oof.
Vertical track.
I need a little bit of a rudder to get me back over there, help me get over there. So the wind is definitely kicking me sideways. More aileron, got the takeoff airspeed. And there's the windsock, you can see the windsock over there. It's definitely blowing from the left-hand side. Positive rate, brakes, gear up. Climb out at about 120. It's a good climb speed for this airplane. There's 120 knots. Alright, that was a nice crosswind. I'll make a left traffic pattern, clear left, turn left. Map is showing us right here. 210 heading for crosswind. Coming up on 1,000 feet. Take a look at our runway. Looks okay right there. Clear left. Continue left turn. There's 1,000 feet. We'll bring it back to about 20 inches. For traffic pattern heading 120. There's our runway there. 1,000 feet. Prop coming back. 2,300 on the RPM. 20 inches. Ooh, a little bit of a gust right there. Yeah, the wind, I set it to 1,000 feet, so looks like it really was like a little wind shear right there. I show 0 wind now. We'll see what happens on final. And that's what I had it set on the computer, on the instructor station. Alright, coming up, a beam the numbers. There's a beam the touchdown point. Gas is on both. Undercarriage coming down. And props are still approach. I'll just leave them there. Bring power back. There we are coming through. And look how the wind just kicked in at 1,000 feet. So that was our wind location coming in on a crosswind. About 15 to 17 inches of manifold pressure. That's a good spot right there. Clear left, go left. Gears down, flaps are approach. So this will be a crosswind landing, VFR. Let's take a look at our runway over here.
500.
I feel a little bit low, and I do feel low, so I'm going to add power, level off.
500.
Continue my turn. I am shooting through. Okay, speed's okay. Level off.
500.
Gonna have overshot a little bit, and the wind is blowing me this direction, so it's definitely 15 knot crosswind, direct crosswind. I'll line it back
500.
up, and at least I stayed level at 500. Okay, gears down. I'm going to land with approach flaps due to the wind. There's 120. Come down to about 110. Okay, gear, mixture, prop coming forward. I am on.
Caution, obstacle.
I am
Caution, obstacle.
all red, so I'm going to go up a little bit. There we are. You can see the windsock is to the side. I'm lining up a little bit to the left side just because I'm going to get blown. And there I am being blown back to the center line. That's good. Windsock on the right hand side. Smoothly at retractive power. A little bit of a crab floating because I carried a little bit of extra. And there we are. Left main first on the center line. Let's see if I can get back on that center line. Power's all the way off. And yes, it's blowing me. Weather veining on the there we go. There's the exit line. A little bit. There we go. There's the windsock. I will change the wind to a direction of 030. So here we are. Let's change 030. And let's see the windsock change direction. There it is. Windsock change direction. From a left crosswind to a right crosswind, 15 knots. All right. Okay, we're going to clear the runway and we're going to shut down over here. We'll say this is an FBO and we'll shut down over here. Alright, good place to shut down. Alright, parking brake is set. Let's do idle check. It's at idle right now. And the oil pressure shows it. Magneto grounding check. Both off. And both on. They both were shutting off. Both off. Both on. Those were the magnetos. That's a P-lead grounding check. Bring up the RPM a little bit to 1,000 RPM. There we are, 1,000 RPM. Both mixtures are cut off. Engine shuts down, throttle back to idle. There they are. Both engines have shut down. Got the warning, oil pressure, vacuum, low oil pressure, and oil pressure low, oil pressure, bus voltage. So that all checks. And we'll turn the alternators off. Magneto's off. Battery's still on. Avionics coming off. There it is. So the main avionics came off. This is the backup battery on there, and then battery off. All switches off. Mixtures are cut off, and throttles are idle. Parking checklist complete.